Hey everyone, welcome. Today I'm sharing with you a beautiful, very easy to construct Deco mesh Christmas tree. Gorgeous for a front door or an interior wall in your home or business. I saw this piece on Pinterest years ago. I figured out how to make one, and since then I've made many for clients. This is a gorgeous piece that packs an incredible eye-catching punch. It is simply stunning and can be made in different colors and different themes. Let me show you how I made this beautiful Deco mesh Christmas tree. You will need a pegboard. You will have to either have it cut or cut it yourself if you're good with a saw, or have someone cut it for you. But you will need a piece 30 inches long, and at the base it's 15.5 inches wide. I will put those measurements in the description box. I always paint my pegboard with whatever color Deco mesh that I'm using for that particular Deco mesh Christmas tree. I just don't want to take the chance on being able to see through the Deco mesh and have that pegboard at that color that it is naturally. I have some poly Deco mesh there. I used 4 1/4 rolls, and I purchased that at Hobby Lobby. In the Christmas department, it's 50% off right now. I prefer a nice, sturdy, hardy Deco mesh for my Deco mesh Christmas trees. You will need a stack of pipe cleaners to match your Deco mesh. I have here a really cute gnome ribbon. It has a little bit of silver sparkle trim around the gnomes. You might not be able to see it that well now, but it actually has a little bit of silver glittery trim on the gnomes. And I have this beautiful ribbon from Michael's. It's a silver glittery ribbon. It's absolutely beautiful. I have here some picks with beautiful pine cones. Hobby Lobby does it so well with their picks, but I didn't end up using that. But I did use those tinsel balls, and I used 9 of them. I found those in the aisle in the Christmas department where all the picks are. You'll need your regular crafting tools, wire cutters, scissors, hot glue gun, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and paint that pegboard. I put 2 coats on there. Now we're going to first start off by creating our bundles. I'm going to be using coiling up my Deco mesh. I just call them coils. I'm going to cut 10-inch pieces and use 3 pieces per bundle. Now I normally use a rotary cutter, but you know, I'm not crafting in my usual place today, and I just have my scissors with me. So today I am just cutting my Deco mesh in 10-inch pieces, coiling it up nice and loosely. I put it between my index finger and my second finger to hold it while I coil up all 3 pieces. Again, those pieces are 10 inches. You're going to roll up all 3 pieces. I always put the raw edges, sandwich them next to one another, if that makes sense. And you're going to wrap your pipe cleaner around really, really tight and sturdy. Make sure that your pipe cleaner tails are relatively even, because when you go to apply those bundles to that pegboard, you're going to want all of the pipe cleaner that you can possibly have to twist around in the back. You are going to need 58 Deco mesh bundles. Yes, I said it, 58. I know it sounds like a lot, but trust me, this piece is absolutely gorgeous, and it's a very substantial size, as I mentioned. It's at least 32 inches long once you have the Deco mesh applied. The pegboard is 30 inches long. And so, of course, we are going to be creating a beautiful bow for the top. Now I'm going to make my silver, beautiful, glittery ribbon. This is 2.5-inch wired ribbon. I'm going to create a base, and my gnome ribbon bow is going to go on top of that base. My ribbon loops are approximately 10 inches. I use the fold over and scrunch method. I'm putting 3 loops on each side. I'm going to put in the description box one of my videos, how to make a mixed ribbon bow, if you would like to see a slow, methodical tutorial on how I create my bows. I'm going to wrap that pipe cleaner around the back, pull it really, really tight, and give it a good twist. So I have 3 loops on each side, and this is going to be my base. I pull my tails around. I'm not going to bother angling my tails. I do angle my tails. I don't dovetail them on this tree. The only thing I do dovetail is later you will see I'm going to create some ribbon bundles, and I do dovetail those. But for the bow that goes at the top, I prefer to angle my tails. I want a tails on that bow, approximately, I want to say 9 to 10 inches. And now I'm going to create the bow that's going to go on top of there. Again, leave a tail on that gnome ribbon around 10 inches. You're going to scrunch that ribbon and place it between your 2 fingers. Fold over your loop, which is going to be, I want to say, a little bit less than 10 inches, maybe around 9 inches. You want that one just a little bit smaller. Remember, every ribbon, almost every ribbon, has a good side and an underside. So you always want to be sure that the best, or the most beautiful part of your ribbon, in plain words, is always facing up on your bow, or the right side of your ribbon, however you want to say it. Now on this particular bow, I'm just going to do 2 loops on each side, or 4 loops altogether. I put a pipe cleaner down the middle to secure that. And now I'm going to create a single loop that's going to go right down the center. So I just fold that loop under, catch it with my thumb in the center. Then I'm going to reach around the back, take that pipe cleaner tail that I have there, pull it right through that center loop, bring it around the back, pull it really tight, and give it a twist. Now you can just go so many directions with this Deco mesh tree. You can do very elegant in green and golds and reds. You can do, I did that once with a green Deco mesh. You could just go with any theme. I did one time all in a peppermint candy theme. It was so beautiful. It was white, and everything on it had to do with candy canes or peppermint candies, including the ribbon. It was absolutely stunning. So now we're going to put those 2 bows together, and we're going to match up the center of those bows, press it together really, really tight with your fingers, and go in the back, take those pipe cleaners and twist. You want everything really nice and snug and tightly adhered on your bow. And that's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bow. Always going to recommend mixing your bows, no matter what theme you go with for your tree. Look how pretty. That goes beautiful with that sparkly silver ribbon. But again, what you can't see really, really well is there is a little bit of that sparkly silver in that gnome ribbon. Okay, now to apply our bundles, as you can see, there are a lot of holes. We're not going to fill all those holes, but we are going to create a very full bed of Deco mesh coiled bundles on that piece of pegboard. Now I place them vertically on the board. I push, once I have the Deco mesh bundle on the board, I push it down really hard in the center, go around, feed those pipe cleaners through the holes. I generally do everything from that side. I just push it through the holes, and I have my hand underneath to catch the pipe cleaners as they come through. Now, again, you are not going to be filling all these holes. Think about when you do this of just filling that pegboard with coiled bundles. Don't concentrate on how many rows you didn't put a bundle through holes. That's not relevant. My advice to you is to place your bundles on vertically. Find the two holes, push it through, reach around. See how I'm reaching around the back? Pushing it down there really firmly. Catch it from the underside and twist. Now I'm always mindful as I go up the tree if I'm seeing pegboard holes. I don't want to see that. That's why I created 58 bundles. Yes, it's a lot, but again, I'm telling you, this is the most beautiful piece. It was actually really hard to show you this piece upright on a door. All I had was a white door, and it really wasn't the best way to display it, so I tried to show you just an up close. I'll show you a little clip at the end of what it looks like hanging up. All right, now look at the back side. Yes, it looks like a hot mess, and it will, but you can cover that. You can cover it with a piece of felt, any kind of fabric. You can cover it with a piece of craft paper. At the end, you're going to go around and snip off all those bundle pipe cleaners. Now see how it looks. See how it looks like there's a lot of spaces empty. That's why I don't want you to concentrate on following the lines of the pegboard. Concentrate on what you see on the other side and fill it up. Now once you're finished, you're going to look it over and see where you might need an extra bundle. Now generally when I'm through, at least thinking that I'm through, I check it out, and inevitably I find a couple of spaces on the outside edges that I just want to fill up, and I did so on this piece. So you can feed your pipe cleaners for your bow right through your pegboard, and I go down about 4 inches, 5 inches from the top, so that the top of my bow is about 5 inches down. I place my silver tinsel balls around the piece before I glue it on, just to try it out. And after I put my balls on there, I decided I need something a little bit more. So I'm going to create some ribbon bundles. So I chose a couple of gorgeous silver ribbons. Both of them are Celebrate ribbons from last year, but they probably have them again if you like this particular ribbon. But I chose 2 different patterns just for visual interest. Isn't that beautiful? Those I do dovetail. Now I'm going to take 2 pieces of ribbon and I'm going to cut them in 8-inch pieces. There's going to be 2 ribbons per bundle, 1 of each. I'm going to take another pipe cleaner, a half of a pipe cleaner, scrunch that ribbon up in the middle, and I'm going to wrap that pipe cleaner around, and that's how I'm going to attach it, just like I attached all of those coiled bundles. And if you need to, keep in mind that 2 pipe cleaners will fit through 1 hole. So if you need to place a pipe cleaner in a particular spot and you can't find an empty hole, you can poke it right through the same hole that you might have used for a one of the coiled bundles. I created 12 ribbon bundles, and this just added so much to the tree. You can go with so many different embellishments on this piece. Use your imagination and your creativity. So I just placed them around where I thought I wanted them, and I just reached through the Deco mesh. I found 2 holes, popped it through, push it down really firmly, and then I reach underneath and I twist. Oop, look at who that is. There's going to be a dog wreath coming up, and she's going to be the star of the show on that one, my next video. So I'm showing you this piece lying on the table. Again, it was very difficult to film this because this is such a tall piece. And also finding a door that's not white. That was another problem. So I did a little something on this tree that I have done many times before. I wanted to add 2 tails on each side. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Even though the bow has been made, very easy to do this. I cut 2 8-inch pieces, 1 of each ribbon, and then, of course, the same for the other sides. You're going to cut 4 altogether, 2 of each. And I'm going to show you how to add a tail. If ever you finish a project or a wreath and you think, oh, I really wish I had another set of tails, this is how you do it. Scrunch it at the top. Take a pipe cleaner. Wrap it around. Now, you can use a half of a pipe cleaner and have the long tails, or you can do what I just did. I used a lesser length, and I just put a little hot glue on there, and I stuck it right down at the base of the loops of the bow, and it's right there where my finger is. That's where I stuck it in. On each side, and then just like that. And it gave me the fullness that I wanted at the top. So I also created out of a full-size pipe cleaner, and I fed it through the holes at the top of that tree, a hanger. And here it is hanging up. It's the only place I could find to do it. My goodness, it was so difficult. I needed a wood door. That's what I needed. But you get the idea. It is absolutely the most stunning decoration. And I hope you will feel inspired to make this one. It's so easy to do. If you like what you see on my channel, I hope you will subscribe, hit the like button, and leave me your comments. Okay, until next time, you take care.